the association. So again, thanks for joining me for another episode of Coffee with Carrie. Come see me in person. For those of you in Illinois, I am coming to Georgia for your conference. I'm speaking for Women's Council on February 16th, for the Georgia conference on February 17th. I'm coming up to Milwaukee. Let me think. That's I think maybe around February 11th or 12th. So, hey, I got Evanston. Hey, Tamika. So, why your network matters and how to leverage it. This is going to be a quick session because I got somewhere to be. Uh, you know, how's real estate? How's business? How are you doing? Are you leveraging your network? Do you even have a network? So, I got my notes. If you are in the membership, let me just remind you for those of you that are in the membership, tomorrow morning, December 6th is class, 9 a.m. January and February, there's a new membership platform. You will still have access to the original platform. If you are not in my membership, if you type the word invest, I'll send you a link so you can read it and so you can consider joining. January and February, it's all about buyers. March and April, all about sellers. But every single month, because I'm going to say this again, we are going to have a component on your sphere of influence. We're going to have a component on AI and social media every single month. But this year it's very focused and I had to redesign the membership because I had so much content that y'all should be paying like $1,000 a year. That part. All right, here we go. Now I already know that I have people in the room that do this well, and I'm not even going to give you their secrets. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to talk to you based on what I know and based on what I know works for me. I've been licensed since 2001, pre-social media. It's like before Christ, before social media. So we all have a network, right? Right. Of people we know and the agents that run their businesses like a business and they build businesses that leverage the people they already know. If you are already saying, Carrie, my friends and family, people I know, it's a small network, or maybe you moved here from another country. That's okay. Maybe you move from state to state and your network isn't huge. I've got some ideas for you. You can still do the business of real estate. But here's what I know. When you leverage the people in your network, you can build a business even if they're not willing to work with you. Because in 2001, when I got licensed, and I don't know about all of you, but that was a really hard test. It took me 3 months to finish the course. I passed the exam on the first time. I had a stack of note cards like this, but before I passed, I called my friends and I said, "Look, I'm going to be a real estate agent and I need somebody to work with me. You know I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'm going to need to sell houses and I'm going to need you to pick me." And guess what they did? From that, one of my clients, my second client, also a family member, my second client is closing their fourth house with me. They've listed three houses with me. They're closing their fourth at the end of December. So I know that this works, but I do manage now, so it's a little bit different for me. But it doesn't mean it has to be, because I'm telling you, Naja and I were having a conversation this morning. Hey, Naja, I saw you're on Instagram, and I'm coming back some kind of way, even if I have to figure out how to build a team. So, what if you worked your sphere of influence, your network, and the people and work with the people you already know? What if you actually worked for real? Trust and believe this is a debate with Mark and I, my husband, who's a licensed real estate agent with me. If you could just be in the room. Thank you for all the hearts over there, Mina, over on TikTok. So, Mark and I, even yesterday, we were having a debate as I was going to, before I'd even taught a class or I was going somewhere in person. And he was like, I'm like, what, how, why don't you do the follow up? Why don't you work your business the way I think you need to? And I'm like, I'm not picking on you. I'm just trying to understand so I can have a conversation with the people that don't do the work because you know who you are. So, not every agent really wants to work. Is that you? I've even talked to agents that are like, you know what, Carrie, I'm a little comfortable, but I want to be successful, but you don't need to work. Sometimes you have to figure out your why and the need because it'll help you get up and get dressed and get out the door a whole lot better. So, if you talk to an agent that produces every week, every month, every quarter, and every year, they work a system and typically with the people they know. Now, I know of a real estate agent in my marketplace that has a team, and he works Monday through Friday, and he cold calls like 9 to 3 every day. Super producing agent stabbed me because I don't want to do that. It's not even fun. But I do know that it works. So you can build a business however you like, but I want you to think about your sphere of influence this morning. Now, um, know this, even I didn't leverage my network well when I got licensed. So I own it, but I did work with the people I already knew first. There were the ones that got me started, I already told you, in my real estate journey in the first 90 days. I closed one deal a month in my first 90 days with 2 kids and pregnant and throwing up for 6 months. So don't tell me you can't do this business. And again, we didn't have this thing called Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, used to be Twitter. We didn't have all the things. We didn't have all of that stuff. The key was I made a decision to do the work and I had a simple goal because I had kids. I wanted to pay off debt that first year and help people get into homes that didn't know they could purchase. So my network was, first of all, I called everyone I knew. I did. I called because we had phones. And I called from the office because we weren't going to call from that flip phone that what did you have? I had like a Nokia flip. I had like a the BlackBerry. We weren't calling because the minutes were rolling, were adding up. Some of you have no clue what I'm talking about. So I had a story and a goal. That's it. That's all. I knew I wanted to make $60,000 a year. Don't judge me. I had kids. I wanted to go to the gymnastics meet. I wanted to go to the baseball, soccer, the orchestra concert, the band concert. I wanted to be available for my kids. So it was different for me. Hence now they're all adults. Amen. So the other thing I had was grit and motivation, and I had to work because I didn't want to go back to work and sit at someone's office because I needed to be available for my kids. And some of you know the cost of daycare is for real. Any that part. All right. So again, I wanted to be available for my kids. Nothing works unless you have a goal, strategy, a plan, and a reason to do what you do. If you don't have a reason, you don't do the work. If any of you, hey, Optimum Elegance over on TikTok, I think you sent me a message. But if you're on Instagram, if you type in the word invest, you can get the information for my membership. But if you're on TikTok or Instagram, you can go to the link in my bio. And you might want to get in because 2026 is going to be different. Different. It's because we're getting, some of you just need to get back to work. So, your network matters because they are how you will build your business. Your network matters because it helps you build trust and credibility. Your net worth is based on your network. So just know if your business isn't functioning the way you want, I have other strategies as you keep coming back to show up to learn. If you go back and go to the link in my bio, if you go back to my feed on Instagram, you can see all of my previous lives. I am teaching you something every single week. So you have no excuse to lead generate because right now I know in Illinois, in Midwest real estate data, there are well over 20,000 potential opportunities for buyer leads. No excuse. I know that we have pre foreclosures. So even if you're like, Carrie, I don't have a sphere, there's always a way to build your business. All right. So your personal network matters because they already know you. Now they might not trust you because they know you. So there could be the good or the bad because they already know you don't work. Especially for those of you that are nasty to people in high school. They know you, but they don't want to work with you. Right? You know who you are. We're gonna fix that, right? We're gonna fix that. So let's go with the plus and let's just say you're gonna build your business based on your network. Everyone's network is different, small, medium, or large. Tall, grande, or venti. And I hear there's something bigger than that. Mina, maybe? So, how can you leverage your network? Are you ready for this? This was me last night and this morning. You ready? And for those of you that are new, if you go to smartgirlmedia.com, I often reshare what I talked about in a podcast and I write out, I don't write out the exact notes that are here. I kind of edit it a little bit. I have ChatGPT fix it. And oh, yes, ChatGPT didn't write this. This is out of my own head. That part. Okay. So, number one, you ready? Write fast because I got to get out of here in a minute. Number one, it doesn't matter if you're seasoned or new. or you need a reboot. I don't care because some of you need to fix this. Number one, take a few minutes a day and make this a part of your checklist to work on your network list, your sphere of influence. Some of you need to go back and fix it. Some of you can go back to the multiple listing service and look for everybody that purchased from you since you started selling real estate. Thank you. I don't even know what that is, Mina, or whoever did that. I don't know. Um, so yeah, Mina, help me out. I got a fan club over on TikTok. So I want you to work your sphere. And again, you can go back to the MLS. Naja, this is for you. You can go back to the MLS, go to cross property residential, and put in your MLS ID under buyer broker ID. Go back to as far back as you used to sell. So that could be 2001. And then I want you to create a favorites folder. And in the favorites folder, if you're in my MLS, by the way, it might be different in Florida. So I want you to go pull everyone that you sold properties to, and I want you to make sure they're still in your list. If you're new, I need you to just go get a sheet of paper, Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, your CRM, anywhere you can write, if you still like to write. And I want you to make a list of everyone you know. So who do you know and who can you add to your list? And when I say who do you know, it could be the cleaners, it could be the people at the restaurant, it could be your neighbors, if you like your neighbors or not. Some of you need to go talk to the neighbors. Mark knows all the neighbors in Illinois and Florida and at the condo. They know him, they don't know me. So trust and believe. Hold on, I got to tell somebody I'll call him back. Okay. So yeah, I need to one of my agents just called me. I think they know I got to be here, right? So I need you to update your list. Go back, update your list. If you really need something to do, I need all of you to send a handwritten note card or a Christmas card or a holiday card. Send something because that'll help. That'll force you to update your list. Number two, set up a system to connect. How are you willing to connect? So for me, I'm willing to send handwritten notes, send emails, and market updates and post on social media. And in 2026, because I'm getting some help from Sheena, Naja, Keisha, and Sarah, we're all getting ourselves together. The retreat is late this year. And I am revamping how I connect and the process. I am rebuilding even my process. Number three, now social media is a bonus. Okay, what's happening over here on Instagram? Okay, social media is a bonus. I've been talking to agents recently. I had someone next to me at the Women's Council installation, and she was like, "Carrie, I don't do social media." And I'm like, "Okay, you had my ear." And she said, "I have parties all the time." And I was like, "She sounds like somebody I know," and it wasn't the person I know. And she said that's how she built her business. And she literally has parties to the point where we were at a venue and all of the staff knew her. And I'm like watching this, and that's how she built her business. So, do you need social media? No. Matter of fact, there is an agent that reached out to me recently. He wanted to hire me to fix his computer. I said, "Hey, call me." We talked it through, and he wanted me to fix his computer, help him with social media. And I'm like, "How long have you been selling real estate?" 40 years. I'm like, "You don't need this. You don't need this. You need your sphere." Man, my internet over here on Instagram is glitching. Don't worry, you can come back and watch the replay. So let's be clear. You can build a business with social media or without. And so if you're someone that's here and you watch and you're struggling with social media, take a deep breath. Because I know that there are people watching right now that do 20 million a year and they use social media some of the time, not all of the time. So number four, you cannot wait for the business to come to you. You got to have a plan. So if I could see what you do all day, I got a few things I could say to this. If I could see what you do all day, I can determine your success or lack of success. Think of a farmer. How many of you have gone to a farm? Have you ever baled hay? Have you ever milked a cow? Maybe I shouldn't do that. Have you ever milked a cow? Have you ever watched when they plant seeds? For those of you that watch a farmer and they in whatever they're farming, I'm going to turn off the internet. Let's see if that works. Whatever a farmer is doing, I'm over here. Instagram is not working like I need it to work today. So anyway, So if you watch a farmer, they will plant seeds and they will harvest in the fall. That is exactly what we do in real estate, but you have to do it consistently based on what you're willing to do every single day. So do do do. So again, we plant in the spring, we build our business in the fall. Don't judge me. People try to get on my live and I don't know who you are. So number 4, I said you cannot wait for the business to come to you. You actually have to do the work. And Instagram just died. Instagram just went away. Gotta love this. Okay, so I'll come back and recap for Instagram. So number 5, what can you do differently in the coming year to work with your sphere? What can you do differently to work with your sphere? So, number 1, I said, take a few minutes a day, make this a part of your checklist to work on your network. Who do you know? Who can you add to your list? It could simply be your CRM, it could simply be your an Excel spreadsheet. Number 2, set up a system to connect. How are you willing to connect in the coming year? I know I like to send handwritten note cards, send emails, market updates, and post on social media. 2026 is going to be different. Number 3, social media is a bonus. I have been talking to agents that close more deals just by working with the people they already know. So you need to leverage your network. Number 4, you cannot wait for the business to come to you. If I could see what you do all day, I can determine your success or lack of success based on what you do. So, again, think of the farmer. They plant in the spring and they harvest in the fall. For those of you that are rejoining, I'm Carrie Little, the host of Coffee with Carrie. Grab your notebook, take really good notes, and I'll give you a recap. Number 5, what can you do differently in the coming year to work with your sphere of influence? What can you do differently? So keep watching because I'm going to be hosting a master class with someone that I'm kind of coaching on teaching. So keep watching because I'll give you that. That's coming soon to a theater near you. Number 7, do you need a strategy? Every day, touch 5 people in your network. Text, call, email, make it personal. You can even go meet them for coffee. You can meet them for dinner. How can you connect with your sphere of influence? Number 8, post on social media and talk to your network, just like you talk to them on FaceTime. Same way, that's how you need to connect. Number 8, post on social media and talk to your network again, just like you on Facebook. Make it human, have a conversation. Number 9, track what you do. Keep your CRM on a spreadsheet or update it. I'm going to have to go back live on Instagram later because Instagram has been glitching, by the way, for the last few days. Number 10, make sure you consistently follow up, learn, and provide value. Make sure you consistently follow up, learn, and provide value. So let me go through the list again. Number 1, take a few minutes a day. Start today. 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Make this a part of your checklist. If you're rebooting, if you don't have any clients, you need to build your database. You need to edit, you need to update, you need to fix it. Number 2, set up a system to connect. How are you willing to connect? I'm willing to send handwritten notes, send emails, market updates, and post on social media. Instagram is gone. So I'm going to have to go live on them again. So then, here, let me go post to make a story and just tell everybody. Hey everybody, Instagram is glitching with the live. I'm over on TikTok if you want to hop over there. If not, I will go live later today. All right. So social media is a bonus. Post, be consistent on social media. You don't need social media to build a business. Number 4, you cannot wait for the business to come to you. You can't. You got to do the work. If I could see what you do all day, I can determine your success or your lack of success. Basically, if I could see your bank account, I could tell you how you're living. Number 6, number 5, what can you do differently in the coming year to work with your sphere? Number six, are you willing to host an event? I'm going to be hosting Coffee with Carrie Talks in 2026. I think I missed that. Number seven, do you need a strategy? Every day, touch five people in your network, text, call, or email. Make it personal. It doesn't have to be an e-blast. Now, I do believe that you should connect with your sphere of influence via email, email marketing at least once a month. But you can make it personal and connect with a few people every single day. Number eight, post on social media and talk to your network just like you talk on Facebook, FaceTime, make it human. Number nine, track what you do. Keep your CRM or spreadsheet updated. And number 10, make sure you consistently follow up, learn, and provide value. All right. So if you are a member of the agent journey, I am teaching a class tomorrow on, working starting 2026 with a purpose and a strategy. January and February is all about buyers. So if you need to join, go to the link in my bio and type in the word Black Friday 2026. So here we go. Let's be real. Every agent swears their network is tiny. Meanwhile, the agents who actually run their business like a business are over there quietly closing deals with the people they already know. Your sphere of influence is a true gold mine. How do I know this? Because I did it with my kids. Was it perfect? No. But I had grit, I had motivation, and I needed a paycheck. So if you need a paycheck, and I don't want to say that your network is just a paycheck because they're your friends, their family, they're the people you already know. What you need to know is you need to tell them this is how I make a living. You're not just checking the box and saying, "Hey, Kira, thank you for closing with me," and move on. No, your net worth is in your network. So you have to work your sphere of influence. Social media is great. I have a huge following because I talk to real estate agents, but I need you to simply sit down and build your list. So remember, when you join the membership, everything is virtual. So it'll be on Zoom tomorrow morning. So if you join before tomorrow, you actually get access to tomorrow's training. And I'll email you separately the Zoom link. So here's what I covered. Build your network list daily, no excuses. Create a real connection and system. Notes, emails, updates, meetups. How do you want to connect? Social media helps, but relationships close more deals than reels. Now that's a topic. Relationships close more deals than reels, right? Stop waiting for the business to fall from the sky. Farmers plant before they harvest. It takes 5 to 7 months before someone decides to work with you, but it doesn't mean you can't ask for a referral. Show up human on social media. Track everything and follow up consistency. Bring value, not the noise. So again, I appreciate all of you joining me for Coffee with Carrie. I will have a recap. Maybe I'll post this over on, I'll put this on my podcast later today, and then I'll share it with all of you. So again, thanks for joining me. Everyone have a great weekend. I'll have to figure out how to help everybody over on Instagram because Instagram has been glitching. All right, everyone. Well, thank you. Invite a friend to the membership. Talk to you later. So, good morning. Coffee with Carrie. Instagram is just glitching today. It's been glitching all week. So, let me give all of you a recap and then I am going to come back and do a another Coffee with Carrie live. Sometime we'll figure it out. I'll post it and I'll let you know when I'm going to go live. But here's the recap. This is what I covered in the live. sometimes you might need to just hop over to TikTok. So the goal was to build your network. So this is what I covered. Build your network list daily, no excuses. Create real connection systems, notes, emails, updates, and social connections. Go meet with someone. Coffee, maybe. Social media helps, but relationships close more deals than reels. Stop waiting for the business to fall from the sky. Farmers plant before they harvest. Touch 5 people every single day. Personally, it could be a phone call, it could be a text, it could be an email, it could be a meetup. Show up human on social media, just like this, like you're talking to someone on FaceTime. Track everything and follow up consistently. Bring value, not the noise. If you are in my membership, make sure you're joining me for my live classes. And then if you're not in the membership, go to the link in my bio because in January and February, I'm talking about all things buyers. And every single month, I'm going to have an AI component, I'm going to have a sphere of influence component, and a social media component. So let's build our businesses better in 2026. And I'll come back and I'll repeat this live. So the conversation today was why your network matters and how to leverage it. Take those quick notes. Go listen to the podcast. It'll be live later today. That is the Socially Savvy Agent over on Spotify or iTunes. Test, test, test. So, good morning. Coffee with Carrie. Instagram is